to bring in the rest of our people to form a formal government. After this plebiscite, we will then totally embark on a national government, a representative government, to justify the name Republic. We are going to do what we tried to teach the world back in the 15, 16, 1700s about individual freedom through representative government. You rule by community, or neighborhood, if you will. We're going to have freedom. We're not going to have a government that issues licenses, for example. No property tax. And you think this is some kind of a dream? Well, it was what you call the United States of America calls its founding fathers. That was their dream. And look what happened to their dream. But it's not going to happen to us because we're matriarchal. And that goes into another long explanation that we're not going to take the time out here today to talk about. But I will tell you this. We're going to have free energy. We're in the process of implementing wind turbine and solar collectors. The finest wind in the continental United States flows through North and South Dakota, the Republic of Lakota. And because of that wind, we're going to harness it and give free energy to our people. At nominal cost, because we have to recoup the putting up of the wind turbines and the solar collectors. But essentially it's free. You know, less than 1/10 the cost of what you're paying now. On top of that, the landowners will get lease money from the wind turbines and the solar collectors. They will also receive dividends and free energy. What more could a nation do for its people? And we know the simple economic lesson. And that is, of course, those that control the energy control the economics. We're structuring an international bank as I speak. That's going to be a gold and silver repository. It will have numbered accounts, private accounts, for people from all over the world, just as they have in the Isle of Man, Switzerland, and in the Caribbean. We will have, eventually, our own currency backed by gold and silver. And we understand how dangerous that tactic may become. But maybe we can reteach the world about the true meaning of freedom. But we need your help. Because we can accomplish this. Because we've lived it. We still live that way today on the reservation. In our own fragmented way that would survive the colonialism so far. Just go down to the Pueblo Indians of Arizona, the Zunis and the Hopis, in New Mexico. And you will see and experience how they continue in their way of life. Among the Dene, out in their Hoga, and among us Lakotas. There are pockets of our matriarchal societies that still thrive, and we need to preserve this for us and for you. We're offering you freedom and the example that we gave you once before, so that maybe you can reestablish your ship of state. It can right itself, at any way, from this horrible list that it has on its ocean of totalitarianism. So if you want a spark of freedom to become a flame, I ask you to help us. Just as you might have helped in the American electoral system or in your own electoral system in your hopes for freedom and decency, freedom and honesty, freedom and caring. Caring for not only your fellow human being, for everything that lives. For our grandmother the earth, to stop the rape of the ultimate female. You know, it is not a dream world I'm talking about. It is not utopia that is inaccessible. The United States of America attempted this very same thing, and for a while they had it. I know. I lived and got schooled in Northern California when the United States of America was #1 in the world in education, and California was #1 in the United States of America. So therefore I was in the finest school system in the world, public school system, in Northern California, Vallejo, California, and San Leandro, California. And I learned a lot. I learned critical thinking. I learned history. I learned individualism and freedom from my mother, my aunties, and my grandmas, along with my grandfather and my uncles. I want you to understand. I want you to understand what this means not only to us, but to you and the world. This is the spark that will light the flame, that will become the fire of freedom. That's why Russell means freedom. You and I can begin the revolution back to where we all belong, and that is free and alive. So please give what you can. Not once, but many times. If you truly, truly believe in humanity, this is real. This is real. Come and see. I invite you to come to the Republic of Lakota, to the Pine Ridge Sioux Indian Reservation, to the Standing Rock Sioux Indian Reservation, the Yanktawan, the Yankton Sioux Indian Reservation. I invite you to come where we are reestablishing our way of life, because we understand the deprivations of America, not only throughout the world, but the deprivations they perpetuate on their own people, which are us, and now the family farmer and the family rancher are experiencing it. Homeowners, you know. So let's get real and reestablish being free. Remember the axiom of freedom. The first axiom of freedom is you are free to be responsible. Free to be responsible. Wow. And I thank you for your kind attention. And I want to thank you for your present and future efforts at reestablishing freedom for us all, now and in the very near future. Dokshake. I hope to see you again.